If the mood is right.
Incredibly romantic and passionate.
If the mood is sensuous.
No more distractions.
If the mood is intimate.
I love you, Julia. I want to marry you.
You're in the mood for Santa-Barbara this week.
Mark McCormick. Talk about bad memories from the past.
Yeah, I had an unpleasant flashback or two myself. But since Kane did find it at the bottom of the boathouse, we will be following it up.
It could just be a strange coincidence, though, right?
Yeah, but, darling, with all the strange twists this case has already taken, I can't discount anything. Especially we don't have an ID on the bones yet.
Well, I mean, people lose things at the beach all the time. He could have lost it when he was running or when he was swimming. It could have come up in the tide. It doesn't mean that he's dead.
Yeah, but it is odd that all roads seem to lead to the boathouse, isn't it? I mean... Well, anyway, we can't do a thing until we can get forensics to make a match with his dental records, and we can't do that unless we have a skull. We have a murder without a body and a body without a name.
So now what?
What do you say we go on a scavenger hunt?
Well, this is it. Not exactly the Browner suite, I know.
It's nice.
Hey, that was something about that plane, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something. Emergency landing, just like in the movies.
Yes, it is sure anything so asinine. First we land because of technical difficulties, and then we're on the floor for 2 hours for these security reasons.
Hey, maybe if you let me go up and talk to the pilot like I suggested.
Yes, we'd probably still be on the plane, is what we...
I didn't see you doing anything to help, did I? You two kids on your honeymoon?
Are you kidding? Listen, are you sure there's not another room? I can take a smaller room down the hall.
Sorry, ma'am. Jackson Hole's a pretty small town, and, well, it ain't every day we get a 747 down on the landing strip. Your flight was full, so what with everyone needing a room and all, we're completely booked up.
That's wonderful. That's great.
Great. What about a rollaway or a cot or something?
I don't even have a sleeping bag.
Well, look, thanks very much. You've been a big help, huh?
Are you two going to be wanting the continental breakfast?
Well, looks like we're stuck here. It also doesn't look like the rain's gonna let up at all.
That's very good. Thanks for the forecast, by the way.
Hey, I don't like being here with you any more than you like being here with me, okay?
Well, let's find a way to get out of here, Tijay.
Oh, what's the matter? Princess can't lie down in a lumpy bed, huh? Oh. Nice toss. Very nice. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna go sleep in the lobby, okay? I'll be there if you want me.
Fat chance. Don't move.
One of the bug spiders. What?
A little powdered sugar on your lip.
Honey, you ain't gonna knock over the candle doing things like that.
By the way,
What
happened to your connection at the Department of Water and Power?
My connection got disconnected.
Well, I guess that gives new meaning to the phrase, I owe you one. It's okay. This is kind of romantic.
Romantic? This is romantic? I mean, here we are, we're broke, living in a cavern without any heat and light, with no creature comforts. We eat things only out of styrofoam, and you have to suck my face to get a sugar high. The romance eludes me.
Keith, just come over here. I'll give you a back
I
rub.
don't want a back rub. You hear something? I think I hear something. And I think I know what it is. You little rat. Come on, get it, give it up, give it up. Give it.
Keith, will you please give that back to him?
This is my last one.
Keith, I never thought I'd see you stoop so low as to take candy from a child.
Keith, you think you've seen me stoop, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Keith. Here you go, Brandon.
Terrific. What do we do for breakfast?
Let's worry about it in the morning. We'll just get some sleep now. Everything looks better in the morning light. Come on, sweetie. Snuggle up here. Get into bed. Good night, Mom. Mwah. Good night, Brandon. Good night, Keith.
Good night, Brandon. Good night. Good night, Gina.
Good night, Joe, Billy, Bob!
What's wrong with you?
I am not gonna spend a whole night like this. I'm not gonna wait until the morning.
He's just count sheep or something.
I'd rather count my money.
What do you think you're doing? Why are you getting dressed?
Can I go see Pamela? Come.
Believe me, Jeffrey, the landing wasn't near as bad as this motel room. In fact, some of the places you and I have hidden out look very tempting right now.
Yeah, well, thank God you're okay. I mean, the way they told it on the news with the foam on the runway, you know, if anything happened to you and the baby...
Baby, everything's fine, I swear. We're okay. I'm more concerned about you, though. I feel like I deserted you. Did you hear from your mom?
Oh, no, nothing yet. Nothing yet.
No? Are you going crazy?
No, not really. You know, I spoke to Mason. He's not worried. He seems to think that this disappearing act of hers is totally in character.
Well, you know, he may be right. I mean, you'll hear from her. I know you will.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I mean, for her sake, you know, she has to come back here and face this little circus sometime or other.
I wish there was something I could do to help you.
There is. I want you and Tijay to have a ridiculously successful trip. Make me proud of you, huh? Hey, how are the two of you getting along, by the way?
Maybe we better not get into that.
So, you taking good care of my son and heir?
Your daughter's doing very well, yes. In fact, guess what? I think I felt it move a little bit earlier.
Yeah?
Yeah?
This early?
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just want it to move.
I wish I was there to kiss you goodnight.
Me too. I hate going to bed without you.
Well, we'll dream about each other, all right? How's that?
Not good enough.
I love you. How's that?
Better.
All right. You take care of yourself, huh? That's precious cargo you're carrying for both of us. And I'll be here, holding you both in my heart until you get back.
I love you.
I love you. I'll call you tomorrow.
Bye. Okay, bye.
What kind of wedding do you want? Let's elope.
No, I should say not. I want a real dog and pony show.
You hate big weddings.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't waited my whole life to walk down the matrimonial aisle only to be joined together eternally by some jaded justice of the peace in a leisure suit. I want a worthy ritual to pledge my troth. Are you comfortable?
I'm very comfortable.
So am I.
I'm so surprised.
Well, I am a little. There have been very few times in my life when I could just stop like this. Well, when I wasn't analyzing the past, I was dreading the future, and all of that seems to have been replaced by something very simple. And you seem to have made the difference.
Are you scared?
I am terrified.
I know it's hard for you to make confessions. I have one.
Oh, no. Is this when you tell me about the lunatic uncle locked up in an attic somewhere?
No, I think one lunatic in the family is enough.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
When I was a little girl, I wanted to be Cinderella. Don't laugh. Because then I wanted to be Donna Reed with the white picket fence. But I had to be Cinderella first because I had to find Prince Charming. So I set out to find him. And I was determined. And I did. I found several. They were all very charming. They kept riding away on their horse without me. So I had no other choice but to become a woman of the 80s. And I read all the books. I made sure I knew how to take care of myself so that I wouldn't depend on somebody else to do it for me. And it was good. It was healthy. But every now and then, I think about Prince Charming. And I still wanted him. And I'd cry because I knew that was just a little girl's fantasy. It would never really happen. I've been looking for you my whole life. And you're here. And you have made it okay for the woman in me to believe. And it's child's true. You're dancing.
Hi. Didn't mean to come over so late. We just saw your light on.
Darling, it's our neighbor.
Hi, neighbors.
We're out under cloak of darkness.
I was wondering if I might ask a favor of your roomie.
Sure, what is it?
Think I could borrow the keys to the DA's office for a couple of hours?
What do you need them for?
Believe me, Julia, you don't want to know.
You know, I don't think I'm overreacting. I think he's really sick.
It's all right. It's okay. Mothers are supposed to worry here.
Yeah.
Okay, Chip, now let's... You're gonna let me take your heartbeat, huh? Okay.
You know, he's really pale. Look at him. I didn't want to wait until the morning to bring him in, because every time I put him down, he started crying, you know, and he felt really warm.
Well, he does have a temperature. How long has he been running a fever?
About 3 days now. I took him to the pediatrician. We tried some things, but nothing really worked, and he suggested I bring him in here, you know. I'm really worried because he's had colds before, but it's never been like this.
Poor guy's probably dehydrated as well. Here.
And you're probably going to tell me that everything is just fine and that I'm overreacting, right?
Look, Victoria, stop apologizing, okay? You were perfectly right in bringing him in. His fever's spiked, and he's probably got some kind of bug that's working itself through his system.
Well, can you do anything to bring the fever down?
Well, I'd like to run a few tests first.
Why? What for?
Just to narrow the field, see exactly what we're dealing with. Look,
Ooh.
we're gonna take some tests, we'll find out what's wrong, and we'll take care of it, okay? So try not to worry.
Okay. Honey, I've got your toy.
Magic fingers massage away your cares and trouble after a long and busy day. Well, I think my day qualifies.
Who is it?
Sorry to bother you, but see, I wasn't the only one that thought about sleeping in the lobby, so I thought I'd come back for maybe an extra blanket and a few of my things, if that's what we had.
Be my guest.
Am I interrupting something?
Your bag's over there.
Yes, ma'am. I know I'm being really burdensome, but I was thinking about calling Sophia, and I was wondering, since the phone in the lobby's broken, if it was okay if I use this one.
Oh, that's more than fine.
You're sure I'm not asking too much?
Oh, I'm so sure.
Oh, thanks so much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
No, you better not. The night watches will be coming by in a little while.
Okay, well, where do we start?
We start by lowering our way of thinking to Keith's type of mindset.
What a disgusting thought.
If you were the district attorney and you wanted to get rid of his skull, something you want to ignore, where would you hide it?
Oh, now, come on, Cruz. Keith's devious little mind is so twisted with crooks and crannies, we could be here all night. He might not even be here.
Okay, well, let's think positive. You take that side of the room, I'll take this side. We'll meet in the middle.
Here we go. Psychology of sex. Life and times of Marquis de Sade, the joy of king.
I wonder what book club he belongs to.
least we know we're in the right office. And there's nothing here. There's just a bunch of books. Do you see anything?
No, not yet.
We need to look inside stuff.
I know. There's nothing behind these things. It's pretty big, you know. We'd have to have something pretty big to hide it in, I imagine. That looks like a likely suspect.
Wait, it's a globe. It's hollow.
It's got something on it. Whiskey? Oh, no. Oh, no, look at that. Unbelievable. Oh, no. Well,
What now?
maybe you're right, you know. Maybe we should check his house or
Well,
something.
now,
We
wait
looked
a
everywhere.
second. Maybe we're overlooking the obvious.
Doesn't seem like it. Where's that screw? What are you doing?
Maybe it's right under our noses. Q, R, S. Look what I found.
What's the matter with you? You know what time it is? Why do people keep asking me if I know what time it is? I don't care a flying fig what time it is. Where is she? Who? Amelia Earhart. Your mother, you twit.
I don't live with my mother, you twit. And I'm sure as hell not a keeper. She's not here.
Well, I'm quite proper here. I don't know what they do on the other side of the ocean, boy, but I am an officer of the court here, this pilgrim right here is. And your mother is wanted for the murder of Hal Clark.
Yeah, well, you see, I just told you I don't know where she is.
Play cricket with me, please. I mean, this is an old story, a little boy and his mummy, all right? I mean, blood, what do they say blood is thicker than?
Come on, even if I did know where she is, do you think I'd tell you?
Well, there's a huge penalty for harboring a criminal. I mean, I think I can guarantee you a long prison term.
No. If any crime has been committed here, Timmons, you're the perpetrator in this one, not my mother, all right?
Oh, high and mighty, aren't we? We've got a conscience, too, haven't we?
Get out.
Oh,
Get out.
my,
Get out.
I'm going. But deliver a message to Mummy, wouldn't you? Tell her that it's just a matter of time until I catch up with her and throw a butt into jail. And we're not talking about a life prison term here. Mummy's gonna fry.
And when he wakes up, maybe we'll have a better handle on this fever.
Are these tests, are they gonna hurt him?
We're just gonna take some blood so that we can do a complete workup.
What do you think it is?
Well, we're gonna test for everything. But sometimes viruses, they're very difficult to isolate and identify. Sometimes bacterial infections, they sneak up during the wake of a virus. No, but it's very difficult to find something out in these circumstances. They're very, very complicated.
I just want him to be okay.
I know. Look, Victoria, since Chip is here, I'd like to have a specialist take a look at it.
What for?
Well, since we have the best available to us, we might as well take advantage. After all, I'm just a lowly resident.
No, you're not. You're a lifesaver.
Just to cover all the bases. I'd like to have another doctor take a look. All right?
Some housewarming, huh?
Thank you for staying up for me.
Quiet, Brennan's asleep.
What is this? Everybody be nice to Keith today?
Well, I can tell by your mood you came back empty-handed.
Au contraire, darling. No. No, let's see. What have I got here? I got, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, $4, $5, $6 and 35, 37, 38 cents. Oh, and my mud wrestling season pass.
Wouldn't want to lose that.
And no. And your favorite cuisine, pata. So, nya, nya.
That's amore.
Well, I got hungry.
Yeah, well, so did we.
Well, I saved you some.
Keith, do you want to tell me what happened, or do I get to hear about it on the late news?
Honey, there's nothing to tell. Zed, zilch, nada, nothing yet, you know?
What, you mean Pamela didn't open up her treasure chest and fill your grubby little hands full of gold coins?
I couldn't find the blasted broad.
That's probably because she's in Nassau, lying in the sun, laughing her behind off.
You're such a comfort. You know that? You really are.
Well, I'm sorry, Keith, but I'm cold, and I'm cranky, and I'm hungry. I just can't manage to work up any enthusiasm for your stupid pipe dreams.
Well, thank you very much. Just tell me, who was it that got us in the hawk up to her panty line for this barn? I'm gonna get her. I am gonna get this woman. She's not gonna jerk me around anymore. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, I'm sure she's shaking in her cha-cha shoes right now. What do you plan to do?
Well, I should have in the first place. I called my own game. I'm gonna bleed that broad for every nickel she has.
What are Brandon and I supposed to do while you're serving 10 to 20 in prison for you know what? You know what Cruz told you? He said if you made one false move, he's gonna nail you to the wailing wall.
You think I'm afraid of Pancho Villa and his merry men?
If you were smart, you would be.
O ye of little faith, have I ever let you down before?
You really want me to answer that?
You stick with me, and you will never eat cold pizza again.
I like cold pizza.
Hey, miss me already, do you?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Mother, I thought it was Kelly. Where the hell are you? You've been driving me crazy here.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. I needed to talk to you.
Okay, all right, let me meet you. Are you at home?
I'm not really sure where home is anymore.
Just tell me where you are, and I'll come and get you, all right?
Oh, no, darling. I've already caused enough trouble for you and Kelly. And, you know, this whole thing was really hopeless from the beginning, and I do know that now. You know, Jeffrey, it was a big mistake for me ever to come back here.
Mother, tell me where you are.
And you know, all this madness is just going to stop right where it started.
What are you talking? You're not making any sense. If you just tell me where you are, I'll come and get you, all right?
I love you, Jeffrey. And you know, it's so important for me to know that you know I love you.
Mother, hey, don't...
Hey.
Hey. Well, the rumor's true
Which rumor is that?
that you, do live here.
Yeah, just call it my home away from home.
You're not on call tonight. Don't you think this is a little above and beyond?
Well, it's for a very good friend. I just wanted to be there for her.
What's wrong with her? Is it anything serious?
It's a little boy. And I can't figure out what's wrong. He's got a high fever, no coloring, his intermittent rash.
Any ideas?
Well, they're running some more tests right now.
You sound worried.
I worry about all my patients.
You know, you have worked 2 double shifts in a row, and the nurse down the hall swears that you have not closed your eyes for the past 12 hours. Now, I've heard of dedicated doctors, but...
Yeah, well, what about you? You're still here.
Guilty as charged. Hey, look, I hope everything works out okay with the little boy.
You know, if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
Well, as a matter of fact, if you're not too busy, I'd love for you to take a look at them with me. Could always use a second opinion, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better. I just wish I was there with you, you know? I could give you one of my famous alcohol rubs. Yeah, I guess you are feeling better, huh? Yeah, I'd like that, too. No, it hasn't exactly been a day at the beach. Yeah, Kelly's fine. We're both fine. Yeah, I will. I'll tell her. All right, listen, you get some sleep, huh? And rest up. Yeah, it'll feel empty to me, too. I miss you. Huh? No, it's just some jerk kid next door playing the stereo real loud. Well, I'll call you tomorrow, all right? That's real cute. That's very cute.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to turn it up that loud.
Oh. Look, your mom told me to tell you that she loves you, and she's worried about you. And this conversation is just going so wonderfully, I think I'll get out of here.
Tijay, wait. This is ridiculous. I mean, look, there's plenty of room. I'll take the bed, you take the chair. All right?
You're sure?
Yes.
Okay, great. We have a shower, right? Man, I'd kill for a shower right now. Excuse me.
Don't you ever sleep?
I thought Julia might need her keys before morning, so sweet dreams.
Come in for a second.
Are we dancing?
Now, I want to ask you something. What is all the lurking about? Dark of night, office buildings, that sort of thing. Does it have something to do with my mother, Cruz, or is that case closed?
Well, actually, that case has been reopened. You know the bones we found under the boathouse?
The ones were stolen?
Turns out they did not belong to Hal Clark after all.
This is turning into a black comedy. So where's Hal Clark?
That's one question. Another would be, whose bones are those?
Any clues?
Yeah, we have a couple. That's why I wanted to get into Keith's office. I wanted to get that skull back so I could match it up with some dental material.
Uh-huh. You said a couple of clues. What's the other one?
Kane found a medic alert bracelet under the boathouse near where we originally discovered the remains.
Any ID with it?
Yeah. We're having it checked out. And if it turns out that that bracelet was connected to that body, then it looks like we have found Mark McCormick.
Come on, kid. Isn't it? It's kind of fun, isn't it?
I think lobster with German butter via room service would be a lot more fun.
Will you stop being such a fuddy-duddy? Think of it as an adventure, like when you were a kid at camp. Then we're back at Camp Gina Wanamula.
I hate summer camps.
You know, I can't imagine you at summer camp. I can't imagine you as a kid. Why don't you ever talk about your childhood? It's kind of weird.
Thinking about my childhood.
You were probably a holy terror. A role model for Dennis the Menace.
I don't want to talk about it. I think I'd rather talk about the devaluation of the dollar or the nutritional value of these marshmallows.
What was so terrible about your childhood?
Well, generically speaking, I suppose it was okay as childhoods go.
Well, then what's the problem?
Robbie Van Owen.
Who the hell is Robbie Van Owen?
He was a monster. Guy liked to pull dirty stuff and then get it blamed on me.
Well, how did you let that happen?
His mommy and daddy were very, very rich. They could buy its way out of these things, you see. And it just seemed unfair. I think that's when I first realized the rich have a different set of rules than us poor slobs.
Is that why you went into law? I mean, is that the real reason you hate the Capwells so much? Is because they remind you of people like the Van Owens?
It's got something to do with it.
That's amazing. I mean, this kind of explains a lot about you.
That I'm not a cartoon character?
Well, for one thing.
Forget all about this psychological claptrap and do something we really do well.
Now, that's not a half bad idea. Wait a minute, sweetheart. Brandon.
You know, I finally figured out what this big house is good for.
You were in bed.
Since when have I ever not waited up for you?
Come here, I need a hug.
So do I.
Someday, huh?
Talk to Mason?
Yeah, I was hoping Julia would answer the door, but he did, and he was in the mood to ask questions. I told him there was a possibility the body was Mark's.
Why'd you take it?
Well, he didn't say anything. But his face. I shouldn't have said anything until we were sure.
I'm not surprised. Mark is responsible for a lot of things that Mason would rather forget.
And will you, Mary, take this man to be your soon-to-be lawfully wedded husband?
I will.
your information, McCormick, Marion and I aren't going to make it. We never were, no matter what. We had our problems long before you came around. That's not going to change, whether you're around or not.
Well, we were just with them. Victoria, you know Dr. Heather Donnelly, don't you?
Yes, yeah, your little boy is adorable.
Thank you. How is he?
Well, he's asleep right now. Initial tests indicate that he has a low blood cell count, and his fever is spiked. Now, I'd like to keep him here at least overnight.
But he is going to be okay.
We haven't been able to figure out what's wrong yet, but I am concerned.
Oh, God.
Try not to worry too much, Tori. We're doing everything we can, okay? It may be a good idea, though, for you to call Chip's father.
Yeah, just a minute.
Hey. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You've been kind of quiet tonight. You sad about something? You sad about Mason?
No, I'm fine.
Well, what happened to that happy girl who made me lunch today? Made love to me. Where'd she go?
The happy girl thought she was pregnant, but she's not.
Oh, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's stupid. I mean, it's just really silly. I was just hoping, I kept thinking it would be fun for Kelly and I to be pregnant at the same time. It just wasn't meant to be, so.
Well, it is meant to be. Next time, this, you just watch. Next month, I promise, there will be a little Castillo waiting in the wings. I'm gonna make sure of that.
Oh, you need to make sure of it?
Yeah.
Don't I have anything to say about this?
You don't have to say anything.
On a piano, but